Welcome to another video. Hello guys, it's Carlo here. I hope you're all doing well. Yeah, I thought we'd have a chat in this vlog or video or whatever you want to call it. Just to chat about a few things that of course crossed my mind over the last few days. Things about like the new Mac Pro, certain people who are leaving YouTube, you know who you are, and just certain things that I've changed in my workflow for my professional work and my YouTube work. So I thought we'd just sit down here and just discuss these few things. So firstly, I was asked the other day why have I gone back over to Mac. Look, I absolutely love Windows. I really love Windows, but I love Windows 7, I love Windows 8, I even love Windows 8.1, believe it or not. Windows 10's a no-go for me, and I'll try and explain why. So I was in the middle of an important project a couple of weeks ago. This is not the first time this has happened. I was in the middle of an important project, and I was having a Skype meeting. And what happened with Windows? Decided to do an update in the middle of it all. So I had a composition open in After Effects, which was about 100 layers deep. It weren't saved, most of it. I didn't have the auto save switched on, which is partly my fault, but it shouldn't be my fault at the same time, because I'm in charge of what the computer does, not the computer. And Windows 10 decided it wanted to reboot my computer to do a fucking update.
When they come, they'll come at what you love.
Yeah, blue screen come up, you've got updates being installed now. And yeah, fucked everything up really. And it's not the first time Windows has done this, interfered when I was doing something. It's really, really fucking jarring. When you're working in Windows and you're doing stuff in Windows and then it decides to do a fucking update. It's just so annoying. And that's why I decided to change my workflow. I was going to go out and buy a new Mac Pro, but I don't see the point in spending all that money on a Mac Pro when it's nearly 4 years out of date. It's just no grounds for that. It just don't make no sense. If they had a newer one, which was announced just gone, I think it was the October just gone, then I would have considered on investing in a pro machine like that. But there's been no updates for it, which is crazy. Now, there's a very popular guy on YouTube named PowerPC Hub, Niall. I love him to bits. This guy makes me laugh. He makes me smile. And I'm pretty devastated to hear that he is finishing at Christmas, which is very, very sad. I will post a link in the description below where you can get or go to the PowerPC Hub, his vlog channel and his main channel. Yeah, very upset about that because he did make me laugh and he did some really, really good PowerPC videos. And don't mean to sound patronising, he is young, and for someone as young as him to know as much as he does about computers that were created before he was born, probably, and I don't mean to sound patronising again, it's pretty flipping amazing. And I always enjoyed watching his little upgrade videos, his little project videos. So it's pretty sad to see that Niall is hanging his hat up for the last time at Christmas.
We still grab the scar. She crashed it. She's okay though.
But I don't think you will, to be perfectly honest.
Thought I was out. They pulled me back in.
Once you start YouTube, once they pull you in, you can never get out. You can never get out. But let's hope that, you know, I don't think Niall's going to terminate the channel totally. I reckon there'll be a long period in breaks and Niall will get the itch, or the YouTube itch, shall I say, to make another video and upload it to YouTube. It's just what it is. So show some love to Noel. Check out his channels. The links are in the description below. Noel's last video, which I watched in his vlog channel, I enjoyed very much, regarding the new Mac Pro, or MacBook, shall I say, Pro. And I totally understand where he's coming from. This machine's a gimmick, right? But this is my take on it, okay? Now, a lot of people are looking at these machines, and they're looking how expensive they are, and the specs that they're running. Now, if you was to get them specs and put them on a Windows machine, they'd be a load of rubbish. They would really be an absolute barrel of shit. What Apple have got in their favour, and what they've cleverly done, is worked on the software. The software with the specs of the new Mac Pro will work flawlessly. It makes you think that you're running a machine that is super fast because of the software. And I'm talking software like for the OS X in general, the operating system, and Final Cut. They're designed to work together perfectly. So you're thinking you've got a super fast computer, but when in essence you haven't really got a super fast computer. You've got a computer that works, the specs that they put into the new MacBook, or any MacBook, work well with the operating system to give you a very smooth workflow. So that's how they get you on that. They get you with the software, they don't get you with the hardware. Yeah, you might look at it and think, okay, it's a Core i5 dual core in 2016, fucking please, with like 8 gigabytes of RAM, you know, a measly, you know, Intel integrated graphics, and you think that's a low spec. But for the operating system it's running, the OS X it's running, it's going to run super fast because that software has been designed to work flawlessly with them specs, and that's where Apple get you. That's where Apple grab you. They grab you with the software, not the specifications. Even though the specifications are shit, if you was to run Boot Camp on Windows and run, say, Premiere Pro on a MacBook Pro, it'll probably run really crap, and you won't get the performance you would do if you was running Final Cut on the same machine in OS X, if that makes sense. So I sort of understand where Niall's coming from in that, and yeah, it was a very interesting video to listen to. I always love listening to people's points of view on YouTube. Jonathan made a great point about the MacBook Pro. I will link his channel in the description below as well. Check that video out. That was a very good comparison, shall I say. And it's always boils down to, especially with the new Apple machines, it always boils down to read and write speeds at the end of the day. They've got a super fast hard drive that, you know, Blackmagic, whatever it's called, the benchmark system, sort of like, you know, it bottles it out. And that's where the machine becomes very fast. It doesn't become fast within the CPU or the RAM or the graphics. It comes very fast within the SSD or the memory, the SSD shall I say, sorry, that is placed into the system. If I got my son's Intel Core 2 Duo, you know, with like 4 gigabytes of RAM, that runs relatively slow, and then I put an SSD in there, it changes the machine. It totally changes the speed of the machine. It becomes a hell of a lot snappier, hell of a lot quicker. So you think you've got a very fast, powerful machine when you ain't. You've just got a machine that reads and writes very quickly because of the SSD. So that's that. So, like most people, I'm not happy with where Apple are going. I disagree with one point. Niall said that he reckons, or he's got a feeling that the Mac Pro would be discontinued. That won't happen. I'll tell you exactly what they're doing with a Mac Pro, alright? And you can shoot me down and tell me if I'm wrong. They are going to re-release the Mac Pro, same sort of design, a hell of a lot smaller, and they're going to remove every fucking port on that machine. All there's going to be is a USB-C, whatever the fucking hell you call it. There's going to be 3 or 4 of them on the machine. Guaranteed. And an Ethernet port so you can get Ethernet. They're going to re-release that machine they're going to put 5-6 grand price tag on that machine for a shitty core, you know, dual core machine or a quad core machine. They're going to remove all the HDMI ports, USB 3 ports, Thunderbolt ports, and they're just going to have USB Type-C, 4 or 5 of them on that machine. That is exactly what they're doing with that machine. Look at the way they're going with their MacBook and their MacBook Pro lineup. Just think about it. So the next time you see a Mac Pro, it's going to be a lot smaller, I reckon. Same sort of concept as the trash can. I reckon it's going to be a hell of a lot smaller, but they're going to remove the ports and go wireless on it and USB Type-C. Shoot me down if I'm wrong. That is exactly what they're doing, and that's why they're taking a long time with it. Now their MacBook Pro and their MacBook with the single or the dual USB Type-C connections are their dummy one. They have to release something onto the market to see if that would work. Now they're going to get hate for it and they're going to get love for it. A lot of people are going to like it, a lot of people are going to hate it. More likely people are going to hate it rather than like it, because obviously, like Niall said in his video, we're not there yet, and I totally understand where he's coming from. He's absolutely right. We are not there yet. I still use SD cards in my system. I still use SD cards in my cameras, which, you know, all the latest cameras on the market have SD cards, and to remove that flexibility so you can actually end up having to spend more money on their product is ridiculous. They are taking the piss now. Apple take the piss. It's all about making money, not on just the hardware, but on the stuff you need to run the hardware as well. And I just think that's taking the piss out of people. It really is taking the piss out of people. You know, if their machines were reasonably priced, I would understand, yeah, if you need to get a few accessories. But their machines are fucking extortionate. I've never seen pricing like that in my life. And because of obviously what's going on with Brexit, where we here in the UK, Ireland and all over the place are, you know, having to spend 300-400 more bucks extra than the States, which I think that takes the piss, and this is what's going to destroy Apple's profit margin, because people are starting to read through them. The machines look nice, but I don't give a shit about whether they look nice or not. Oh, a machine look big and bulky and have all the connections that I need, then a machine to look thin and crap, because that's what it is. It's so thin, it looks like crap. You know, shiny aluminium crap in my eyes. That machine, you know, if I fucking dropped it, moving the MagSafe, you know, well, that just goes to show how fucking stupid they'd be. If Steve Jobs was alive today, God bless his soul, mate, he would be fucking turning on his motherboards. I'm telling you, because he would never have got rid of MagSafe. He would have never gone down the road that Cook is going on, that Cook is going down, that Tim Cook's going down. He'd never go there. An iPhone every fucking year. You don't need to release an iPhone every fucking year. It's ridiculous. Just got the iPhone 7 now. A couple months down the line, got to spend up more money because the iPhone 8's coming out. It's depleting products too quickly. It's making the state-of-the-art, you know, gear you get. You go and buy it, you think you've got the latest in tech, and then within months, it's not the latest in tech. It's old. Yeah, it is annoying. It is very annoying. And it stresses me out. It really does stress me out. I'm just going to have to check to see if I'm still recording, actually, guys. Yeah, I'm still recording. I just think that Apple definitely built their bridges, or burned their bridges, should I say, with me. I still love the OS X experience. I love the operating system. At the moment, I'm running on a very, very high spec Hackintosh, which I absolutely love, and I'll keep it that way, because I would never go out and spend that amount of money on a MacBook Pro. No way. I don't know how people do it, even for demonstration purposes. You know, that sliding bar thing, you know. Noel said this and I absolutely pissed myself. Listen to this.
Feature of these machines. When you see what the Surface is doing, what Microsoft are doing with the Surface, with the Surface dial and all that sort of amazing stuff, that is proper innovation right there. I hate, as much as I hate to admit it, because I am an Apple fan, I always have been, and I hope I always will be, not if they keep on doing stupid stuff like this though. A silly little AMOLED touch bar that basically, I mean, I was watching an interview with Craig Federighi, and they asked him, I believe, what was some of the best features of the touch bar, and one of the things he said was he has quick access to emojis. Craig, come on, that is not a professional grade feature. These are MacBook Pros. These machines are meant to be designed for creative individuals, people that use these machines and do serious work on them. Having quick access to a fucking 100 emojis is not a professional feature.
Absolutely hit it right on the head with that statement. This is a pro machine at the end of the day, and they're treating it like... My kid's got that on his VTech toy. He's got the scrolling bar on his VTech toy, so he can get funny faces and all that. It's not a pro machine, man. You know, it's not a pro machine at all. It's a mediocre, very nice looking laptop. It's mediocre. It's not even high end. Yeah? The only reason why it can run the software the way it does is because OS X works great with Final Cut and stuff like that. And the SSD, the speed of the read and write speed of the SSD, not about the specs. Dual core processors. Mate, I was rocking dual core processors 5-6 years ago. We was rocking dual core processors, you know, in the first, you know, when the G5 went to Pro, Mac Pro, two dual core Intel processors they had to make it quad core. That was a Mac Pro. That was a full-fledged fucking tower. Yeah, I don't get where they're going. I mean, yes, I've got a Hackintosh at the moment, but no Apple Mac or no Apple computer that they sell will ever match the specs of that system. It will smoke any Apple computer on the market. Just smoke it. And I get to choose what I want within the machine. If I want to upgrade my GPU, I can. Put more RAM, I can. Change the hard drives. Going back to, you know, the old days with the real Mac Pros, the aluminium Mac Pros, which were beastly computers, you know, the 8 cores, the 12 cores, you know, the 6-core Xeon Mac Pros, which were absolutely mind-blowing machines. You know, you could call them pro machines just by trying to pick one up. They were just fucking insanely good. And they still are insanely good today. But yeah, going back to the MacBook Pro, that thing is, you know, the specs of that machine. It's like a £400 machine. 400 quid. Spec wise, 400 quid. 400 quid. And I would even batter an eyelid about paying that sort of money for it. I wouldn't, because of the specs. Dual core machine. You know, they're soldering everything onto the motherboard now. They're removing options very, very slowly because they think they're doing the right thing. You can't move forward by removing what's the best part of a machine. You can't move forward like that. You know, these machines were bought because of productivity, because of what they could do for content creators and creators of, you know, film, TV, you know, graphics, content, Photoshop and all that shit. You know, that's why they were so good, because they had the connectivity, you know, for people to use, especially on the road. You know, if you're a lot of film makers that I know they've got MacBooks, the old MacBooks, and they take them on location with them, and they edit on the move, and they edit, you know, they edit on location. You know, they use their MacBooks to check out footage and stuff like that. Now they can't really do that unless they spend out shitloads of money on adapters and stuff. But their attitude is, if they can afford £2 on a fucking laptop, then fuck them. You know, they'd have to spend a few hundred more quid on cables. That's their attitude. They care about the consumer. They don't care about how people feel. You know, it's just profit at the end of the day. And Steve Jobs was never like that. Yeah, when Steve Jobs was around, his machines were pricey, but not as pricey as they are today. Which is very sad. So, yes, that's my point across, guys. So, sorry about the ramble. I was a bit all over the place with this. Noel, if you're watching, mate, stop your bullshit, mate, saying you're going to quit YouTube, because you know you're not going to quit YouTube. I can stick with us, mate. Otherwise I'll have to come down to Wales and grab you by your nuts and bounce you off the walls, you know what I mean? Sort that out. But on a serious note, no, whatever you decide to do, mate, you know, you've got your community behind you. We'll support you. And just hopefully one day you'll come back and start doing your videos again. So, as always, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, you know where it is, the like button's down there. If you're not subscribed, why not, guys? Hit that subscribe button, it would be appreciated. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.